Hey there, hi there, greetings and salutations. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are gonna be discussing the confirmation of Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 as well. As always, if you find today's content helpful or maybe you learned something new, make sure you smash that subscribe button. And if you want to find your way back to the channel, make sure you have notifications on as well. Also, come check us out every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central Standard Time right over there on Twitch. And without further ado, let's just jump right in. So, looking at what was released today, we have a briefing, an announcement that Activision put out where they were confirming the release, some things that they're going to be doing to update, some things they're going to be working on in the current Vanguard and the current Warzone Caldera, but also, like I said, confirmed the next Call of Duty title will be the sequel to the Modern Warfare 2019, better known as Modern Warfare 2, and also Warzone 2 as well is going to be released. So we'll jump right into that. As they continue their commitment to supporting a healthy and thriving Warzone experience, they're pleased to share some new intel on key community-focused updates, present fixes, and the future vision for the game. The launch of Season 2 of Call of Duty Vanguard and Warzone will mark the next step in ongoing commitments to improving the gameplay experience. This past week, they shared plenty of new content coming this season. However, that is all secondary to our main priority, providing the community with a positive and fun gameplay experience. That comes with improving and fixing what is already released. So that's good. They're going to be putting attention on what's already out there. They're not going to let the focus go on that, even though they know the next version's on its way and everybody's kind of frustrated with this one and they're just ready to move on. But in addition to patches released during its delay and updates to come after its release, it's aimed at doing just that. So naturally, they have exciting plans, they say, in the works across the franchise this year, but currently the team's focus is strictly on the Warzone experience. We are all playing today, addressing current frustrations and tackling several important requests from their community. And these are the current plans that they have going in for Warzone right now. Our priorities for Warzone. The number one priority for our developers is quality of life, making changes that allow Warzone to be more accessible and less frustrating for our community. Examples of this include over 30 improvements coming at Season 2's launch, including improvements in all forms of movement, vehicle handling, parachutes deploying at a lower vertical height, increased player mantle height, and collision fixes for both vehicles and players. The gas mask animation no longer interrupting operators who aim down sight. I think to me that's a big one, right? If you're aiming down sights and you get caught by the gas, you're coming out of the gas, you're no longer gonna have that pull down animation. I think that's a win. When inserting armor plates, it refills a full plate of armor before filling damaged ones, which is also something I think is a win. In addition to fixing bugs and issues in Season 2, we're addressing several issues, including the following ones: performance and streaming issues, including buy station freezes, voice chat connectivity, and distorted graphics across all platforms, specific operator skins being invisible at certain distances, and blockages to Modern Warfare multiplayer, which is tied to the Warzone's launcher. I myself cannot get into the multiplayer out of Warzone. It will not. It'll tell me that the game's not found. So again, if you're big on multiplayer and you like to switch back and forth, that's a win as well. The Call of Duty teams across our studios monitor both public community sentiment and every aspect of day-to-day action happening in their game, and they hope that that helps them to identify issues and address them, and that is on top of what is found in development as is fixed before it is released publicly. Ultimately, they want to focus on what makes Warzone enjoyable to their community, where gameplay comes first and new features aren't implemented at the cost of stability. Kudos there. And another priority is community communication. This debrief, our blogs, Raven software patch notes, and the work of their dedicated social media and community management teams are all part of keeping us, the players, informed of what is happening in Warzone, Vanguard, and other Call of Duty games. I think that's really good things they're going to work on there. There was also some things that they wanted to address, which was top community requests. In addition to performance improvements across all platforms, we have heard the community loud and clear on their top requests for Warzones. Field of view sliders on console is one of them. And here's where I'm fixing to let a little bit of the air out of your balloon, especially if you're on a PlayStation or an Xbox, right? And it's kind of what we've we've already talked about and we already know. It's just everybody held on to that little string of hope for a little bit. Adding FOV on console in Warzone creates major performance impacts for old gen console players. Their goal is for Warzone to be a performant experience on all platforms, so they don't plan to implement an FOV slider on console at this time. They also understand that we aren't directly speaking to every community request in official communications, but we are reaffirming our commitment to listening to these concerns and ensuring vigorous and beneficial internal discussions that the developers have about them before solutions, whenever possible, are implemented. Season 2 will be the next major step in continuously improving your game experience, and we continue to greatly value feedback from our community. If I was a betting man and I had to put my money on it, what they're stating is when this new game rolls out, when Modern Warfare 2 comes, when they roll out Warzone 2, the engine that's going to be on, when they get to the point where they move away from the old gen console and the game is just on new gen console, I think that's when you're going to see the FOV sliders on consoles. It'll be a matter of time until they get there, because everybody knows there's an issue trying to get PS5s or the Xbox S's or whatever they are. So once they move to new gen consoles, I think that's when we'll see the FOV sliders. Future plans. Lastly, we wanted to give a peek into what's on the horizon in 2022 for Call of Duty. The team is excited to confirm some additional news below. Stay frosty, friends. We all know that's the catchphrase coming from Modern Warfare 2, so it already kind of gave it away to us when we saw it in a few of their tweets and other things. But this year's Call of Duty is a sequel to Modern Warfare 2019. The new game and new Warzone experience are designed together from the ground up. That means we will be getting a new map. It will be running on a new engine. It will be completely rebuilt. Expect a massive evolution of Battle Royale with all new play space and a new sandbox mode, which I think is just great. A new engine's going to power both, as we just said, the Call of Duty game release and Warzone, and development on both the new Call of Duty and Warzone experience is being led by Infinity Ward. I think Infinity Ward seems to get things right a little more than others. And again, I think that's something that's going to be really good and gives us something to look forward to. I know the letdown was the FOV sliders for consoles, but look, I'm telling you, when they get to next gen console only, the FOV sliders will be there because they are capable of doing them. I don't think they just want to release it on the old or on the next gen, but not on the old gen, if you know what I mean, right? So they don't want to piss off some and make some happy. They just want to wait and do it all at one time. And I think that's kind of the road that they're going. But you know, rumors have circulated for months that 2022's COD game would be a sequel to Modern Warfare. On top of that, reports claim Warzone 2 would also launch to address the issues that are integrating the standalone COD titles to the Battle Royale and what that's caused. Because we all know as they bring out a new game, it's just, man, it's a mess trying to get into Warzone when they're integrating all that stuff. But they did confirm the news, so I think that's a plus. You know, Call of Duty's heading back to the present day with Modern Warfare 2, and it's good that that's finally confirmed after huge speculation. It stated that it should be obvious, you know, that they're working on the game after a huge success of 2019's Modern Warfare. The game's going to be built on a brand new engine. Again, that's a win, right? And from my understanding, this brand new engine, they've been working on this for years. So what they're looking to do is improve players' experience on all platforms. Now, they didn't give an exact release date for Modern Warfare 2, but did state that the game would release in the fall of 2022. As you know, we're all expecting an early release sometime around October, just because of how bad Vanguard is in the current state of the game. The new Modern Warfare 2 engine won't just power that game, it's also going to act as a foundation for the new Warzone experience, and the next iteration of Warzone's being built from the ground up alongside that. So which will kind of allow all the games to work together seamlessly after years of issues and messy integration, you know, when they bring in other titles. Now, they did claim that the new Warzone experience will be disruptive and a massive evolution of Battle Royale. On top of that, the Infinity Ward creative director teased it will feature an incredibly ambitious sandbox mode, although they declined to elaborate any further on that. The thing that I was reading, they also did a little press conference with the media, so I got to kind of sit and watch and listen and things like that as well, and it was very informative. Neither Infinity Ward nor Raven Software gave any indication of a release date for the new Warzone experience. Considering though that it's going to be built on Modern Warfare's 2 engine. It's likely we're going to see that some point, probably during Modern Warfare 2's life cycle. You know, while Infinity Ward and Raven Software are looking forward to new releases, that doesn't mean that they're also going to ignore the present. And during the call, developers also confirmed that Warzone was in a broken state and they promised to fix issues as the years go on. If I had to put my finger on it, Modern Warfare 2 is going to release somewhere right around October. Warzone 2 is probably going to come out in the first quarter of 2023. So there you have it, man. As always, I hope you learned something new today. Make sure you hit that like button on the video, and thanks for sitting and hanging out. And as always, I'm Ketchxxii, and I'm going to catch you on the playground. I'm out of here.